Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I know there's more than this. I just don't know how to reach it. I've been there before. I hit rock bottom before emotionally. But it was in that moment and exactly in that pain that I was going through that I discovered something powerful. And that is that I'm not broken. And I wasn't broken. I was never broken. I was just being shown how powerful I truly am. And in today's video, I want to show you how I turned my pain into the path to my dream life. There was a time I felt completely lost. After heartbreak, betrayal, and feeling disconnected from myself, I slipped into depression. I questioned everything: my worth, my purpose, even my future. But something inside of me refused to give up. I started journaling. I prayed. I read. I found people like Neville Goddard who said, change your conception of yourself and you'll change your world. And that's exactly what I did. Now, I also have to say to this that I know it is not easy, because especially in those moments when you feel so vulnerable, you feel so weak, you're in so much pain, you're in depression, maybe you have anxiety or panic attacks, like you feel so weak and you feel like you've lost complete control of yourself. Now, if someone comes to you and says to you, well, you just change your conception of yourself and that's it, like I would have looked at them like, what do you mean? So you wouldn't even be able to understand what that person is trying to tell you. You would probably even think, well, what do they understand? They've never been in my situation before. They don't know how it feels. But let me tell you guys, I know how it feels. And what shifted for me was, yes, I was still deep in my depression. I was still really feeling bad, but I wanted to feel better. Like, this is not the life I want to live. I know there's a better life out there. I just have to find my path and my way of how I can become happier. So you really have to go deep inside yourself and look at yourself and really understand where all this pain and all this sorrow and the depression and everything comes from. Like, it comes from somewhere. And you can try and mask those problems, like with going out, drinking, or other things, but you're only masking the problem. You're not working on the issue itself. And that is very important. And once you start looking at yourself, once you go deep inside and look at yourself and look at where the pain is coming from and everything you've been through, guess what? You're gonna feel worse. In the beginning, you are going to feel worse, and you're probably even going to feel bad about yourself, and you're going to feel maybe stupid, or how could I have not seen this before, or whatever. But guess what? You're on the right path. And even if you feel a little worse first, I always say, and I always go by this, before things can get better, they have to get a little worse. So I just want to tell you guys that you are never a lost cause. There's always hope. And if you are in what you think the worst time of your life right now and you don't even know how to move on, don't try to mask the problem. Just really go deep inside yourself. Turn your phone off, turn the TV off, no music, no nothing. If you can't meditate, or if you can't, and everyone can meditate, by the way. But if you just feel like you don't even know what to do, like, what I did? Like, it's crazy. I just came home, I laid on the sofa, and I was just staring at the wall, at the white wall, and everything was turned off. And sometimes I did that for hours. And yeah, you feel bad. You feel like you're not in control of yourself. You feel like you're a little crazy, maybe. You start wondering if you're normal or not. But trust me when I say this, it will come to a point when you kind of like see all those things that are causing you the pain deep inside. And that's kind of what I did. And once I once I was going through this and felt a little better, that's when I started to say, okay, I know what my issue is. I know what I don't want to do anymore. I know how I don't want to feel anymore. But now, how do I want to feel? How do I want to live my life? What does my dream life look like? What do I want to look like? How do I know I said this already. How do I want to feel? Like, and then you have to become really serious with that. Like, you have to have a clear goal. This is who I want to be. This is where I want to be. This is how I want to feel. And this is how I don't want to feel anymore. And this is how or who I don't want to be anymore. So this is very important, and this is the first step. So another big thing that changed for me after that is that I realized I had been waiting for the outside to change before I felt different on the inside. But that is not how life works. Trust me, it's not how life works, okay? When I started assuming a new self-concept, a new concept of myself, believing that I was already healing, already worthy, already loved, my life began to shift. Not overnight, it was a process, but it was beautiful. The process was beautiful. It was kind of like I was falling in love with myself, because now I was finally really looking at myself. Who am I? And I was finding the things about me that are lovable. And then I just started to look at myself really deeply, and I just found that, wow, I'm so pretty on the inside. And I know this sounds so stupid, but you have to start there. And I know a lot of people talk about self-concept, and I know this channel is about manifesting things. And a lot of people say you can manifest even if you have a horrible self-concept. And yes, that might be true. I was manifesting things when my self-concept wasn't that great. But to be honest, whatever I manifested then, in that state of being, it didn't stick. It didn't stay with me. It was only for a little while, but the inside, I haven't changed yet. So it went away again. You have to change inside first, and then the outside will change for you. And that's when I started saying things like, I am safe now. I am supported. I am loved. I create from love, not fear. So you can call it affirmations, but it was not like I was planning these things like, oh yeah, let me say my affirmations now so I feel better. No, I was really feeling it, and I was really saying these things out of my full love. I know this might sound crazy, but I was really looking at myself and saying these things about myself, and that's when I really believed it. If you're in a painful place right now, please hear me out. You're not stuck. You're being called to evolve. Ask yourself, what do I assume about myself every day? What identity am I clinging on to that no longer serves me? And start with the small things. Shift your assumptions. And shift your assumptions about yourself. Rewrite your story, one belief at a time. That's how you manifest your dream life. Not by controlling everything, but by becoming the version of you who already has it. If this resonated with you, please subscribe. And I'm not just saying that because I want to grow the community. I'm saying that because I truly believe there's a reason you're here. And I would be honored to walk this path with you. You're not just watching, you're becoming.